I shouldn't be standing up here in a suit. I shouldn't be up here preaching. I shouldn't be trying to explain to you the Scriptures. I have no cause to do that, as wicked and dirty and rotten as I have been. And the things that I've done in my flesh, I should not be here. But because of that thing in the flesh, God said, look at here, I know you got fleshly things, but grace covers flesh. I want you to know grace covers thorns. I want you to know grace takes care of falls. Grace takes care of, my grace is sufficient. My grace will cover it all. You slip, you fall, grace will get you back up. You get out of church, get out of God's will, grace will bring you back in. You get to thinking you're high and holy, grace will pull you down where you need to be. Grace is sufficient. I'm glad every road has its thorn. But right beside the thorn bush is the grace of God, that when it begins poking us, when that flesh begins getting us off track, God said, I got grace to cover that. I got the salve of grace that'll take care of that prick, that'll take care of that pick, that'll take care of that cut. I can take grace and I can cover it. You're still going to have a scar. You're still going to be sore. There's still going to be thorns right there, but grace will mend it for you. Lest I should be exalted above measure. Lest I get to thinking too much of myself. Boy, we got Christians today that are that way. Churches across this land full of people that think they're better than everybody else. I'm telling you, there's not a one of us better than anybody else. Whatever your sin is, it's no greater than my sin is. We always like to make sin black and white, and ours is white and yours is black. No. No. Just because what affects me don't affect you, that don't make you any better, because there's something that affects you that don't affect me. We all have the thorn. So if we all admit we got a thorn, can we also admit God's given us grace that is sufficient to get us through? No matter how many times we falter, no matter how many times we get tripped up, no matter how many times that flesh thorn pokes us, God said, my grace is sufficient to get you through it. I stand here today rejoicing because of the things of my flesh, but I'm not rejoicing in James. I'm rejoicing in the grace of God that's brought me this far, that's taken me along this far, that's got me to this point in my life. It's been only by grace. Nothing you've done, nothing I've done to make us deserve to be where we are in the Lord today. As a matter of fact, a lot of stuff that we've done, we should have done been kicked out of the family of God. He should have already disowned us. But he didn't. Why? Because grace is sufficient for any thorn.